All right, we're live. I am reasonably fresh out of bed, and I have only just taken my allergy medication. So if I am a little snotty, I apologize. That I cannot control. I couldn't find my little orange scissors. I need to do a tidy up today while I'm working on other stuff. Uh, we're going to start with these blueberries from last night. Uh, and we'll see where we get from there. If more people come in, if some people come in, if any people come in, it's not just me sitting here talking to myself. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because when you do videos, it's exactly the same thing. Um, I will show some of the creepy stuff that I managed to bring with me. Currently, I am only allowed to be creepy on the 13th and the 26th. So, uh, we'll work with that and make adjustments later on as necessary or as appropriate, I guess. And I am going to take these blueberries and we're going to put eyeballs in all the little blueberry. And then we'll keep the blueberry doodahs and use those someplace else. I could see those in people's eyes. That could be totally creepy. But for right now, let's just cut out this part of the blueberry as best as we can while preserving this part of the blueberry as best as we can so that we can definitely give some people creepy blueberry eyeballs. That's a thing, right? It's going to be a thing. So today is not Friday the 13th, but it is the 13th. And, 13 is generally for superstitious people not a good number. It's also a baker's dozen, though, so you get one extra donut when you buy donuts if you have a baker's donut, a baker's dozen. Okay, so there's one down here that's very faint. I want to get as many of them as I can. It is not raining today, but it is still damp because it's spring. And when you don't live in the desert, that's what spring is all about. I enjoying the seasons again. I haven't had a real spring in a very, very long time. I know the rest of you are like, well, we're over it. My allergies are over it, I'll tell you that much. But thank goodness for allergy pills, right? It makes the world a better place. I have right now, they haven't kicked in yet because I just took them. This is generally I usually spend from like 9:30 to 11, like reading and just, getting into the day because I'm usually up pretty late. Hey, QB's Legacy. Aw, well, lovely to have you. I hope you get some good rest, girl. I know what it's like. I've pulled that many times in my life where you're up for whatever reason since yesterday, and don't you just feel a little weird after a while? I have, for sure. So we're just working our way through the blueberries, making places for eyeballs in our creepy blueberry collage today. I hope you get good rest. It's always, I almost feel like when you stayed up too long, that rest is a little elusive, but once you get there, it's the best. uh, I have not had breakfast yet, so I'll probably go down and have some breakfast after this. I think I may be the only one in the house right now. I think they have gone out to do whatever it is they do while they're out. And so I will do my live and eat a little something and do things in the basement. I don't know. Yesterday your water was turned off and close to 3 p.m. I was calling the main office to see. Oh, were they working on the lines or something? Usually they notify you when they're going to do that, but not always if it's an emergency. All right, we're getting somewhere. Oh, there's one right here. I missed. Very close together. And we'll have to go in our package of previously adopted eyeballs. And find us some new eyeballs. Not surprising they didn't know and said it was the city who turned it off. Aw. Well, it's probably good that you did hold back because it's not the person on the phone's fault. Unfortunately, these things do happen, and they happen pretty frequently, honestly, in my experience. When I live alone, I try and keep a few bottles of water laid aside for those instances. Because there's nothing worse than going to cook some food and finding out your water's shut off. For sure, for sure. I'm concentrating on cutting this and not, cutting it wrong. Although they're my blueberries, so wrong is subjective. You get them, girl. You get them. So it is Tuesday. I am not personally having tacos, but it is Taco Tuesday. So I hope everybody has some tacos if that's their jam. If you're not having tacos, feel free to let me know what you are having. If you're watching this later, you can always make a comment about what you had instead of tacos. You could have nachos. That's tacos that fell apart. Tacos in emotional crisis. It's Still just as delicious, though. The main office is a 2-story building. The second floor will hear you. Okay. So I think we've got all that we can get. This one's on the edge of the page. I'm feeling kind of iffy about that, but we'll go ahead and do it. And then we have this one, and that seems like the blueberry other end of the, not the eyeball end. It's the blueberry sphincter. Change the way we think of blueberries. I'm not sure if I want to cut that or not, because it's, and that would be a tiny, tiny eyeball, or at least something, you know. And then there's one over here. So we'll see if we can't work out something to go in those spots. I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut out this piece. All right. There we go. And then we've got a glue stick, and I'm not afraid to use it, and a pile of eyeballs. So let's just grab out some eyeballs from here. And oh, I missed one. I missed 2 big ones. I totally thought I was done, but I'm not. Let's get these ones too. No eyeball left intact, I guess. So blueberry fans or not blueberry fans, sometimes I enjoy blueberries a lot, and sometimes I really don't like them at all. I like them in things. I definitely like blueberry pancakes, blueberry muffins. If you've ever died with blueberries, messy but fun. Blueberries have a very strong color. Okay. I can't believe I just totally missed 2. Straight up. Okay, I think that's everything that I want to work with here. Let's see. I'm happily taking you to the board meeting. Aw, that's nice. Just imagine if I ever became mayor. Aw, well, that's an idea. It's not a bad thing to run for public office. All right, let's get some eyeballs going. Let's see what we've got in this pocket. We'll just pull out a whole pocket or 2 and work from there. It's not like there's a shortage of eyeballs around here. Okay. Oh. Itchy, watery eyes are so much. Oh, I found some ransom letters in here after I thought I didn't have any. All right, well, let's move those aside for now. Well, hopefully maintaining all the eyeballs. All right, we'll put those with the words for right now. And away we go. I don't think that's the right eyeball for this. Oh, there's some more tiny letters down here. So I was right yesterday or the day before, whatever day it was, I was looking for letters. There are ransom letters in here. They were just smaller than I thought. A lot of T's. A lot of T's. All right, so we're just going to try out eyeballs and see what happens. Tiny eyeball. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. All right. I'll have to hold it up afterwards. I don't have a way to bring the camera down any more than that. We're going to put it here. So, getting the glue stick ready. I should not be gluing this. Let me find something to glue on. I should definitely not be gluing on onto my scoreboard. I did that previously. It's never a good idea. Hold the phone, please. Get a little piece of paper towel. I've got the very, very end of a roll up there. It's got like 3 paper towels on it. But that's never a good idea to glue on your scoreboard because it's very hard to get it off there. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to glue around this. And then we'll be gluing it down to something else. So it's not like it's just going to be loose in the world. Right. Okay. There we go. So now we've added one tiny eyeball to our very first blueberry. So now, let's see. There's a very big eyeball. So let's try one of these. And we don't want to have too big. Let's see, that's... Do we like that? Do we want to put it in a smaller? Yeah, I think that's good right there. Yeah. All right, so let's glue around the edge of that eyeball. You need us a little more. I need to buy more glue sticks. I've already used a bunch of this one yesterday to help me tack down some stuff I was sewing. I have a little more sewing to do today. All right. So there we go. Second eyeball underway. Ta-da! 2 eyeballs down. Okay. I think that's too big. That is 100% not an eyeball. We might use that. Looks like we kind of need bigger ones. Bigger. That's going to be too big. Too big. So we don't want to do smaller. Ooh, that might be a good one. That might be a very good one. Okay. That could be a good one. I think that's going to be too big no matter. I don't think we have a blueberry that big. That could be one. I think that's too big. One of those might work. Okay, then I've got a bunch of tiny eyeballs over here. Many tiny eyeballs. Don't worry, they will come in helpful at some point. I found some more ransom letters. I'm starting to pull those out. Ooh, that one could work for sure. Okay. Mouths and lips, but you don't think I think we're doing all eyeball here. All eyeball all the time. At least for this blueberry collage. I think if you want to go all one thing, so you would need tiny mouths or with teeth. I think you would want teeth. I think that would be creepier if there were lots of teeth. Okay. So these ones are the ones I think will work best. So I've got my pants caught underneath me. Awesome. Okay. So whichever one looks like it's the biggest is probably the one we'll go with here. Let's see. We can try it out in a couple of different. It's pretty dark. Do we like it over here? I don't think I like this eyeball. I think it's too dark. So let's try out a new eyeball. We'll just keep auditioning our balls until we. Ooh, I think that one's perfect for right there. The shape of the eyeball. Okay, so we need to cut some of this off. And there went my glue. Now let's see, now that we've done that. Just a tiny bit more. There, I think we've got that. And then I need to just get down here with my sore back. Oh boy. These blueberries are checking things out. I think I would be very worried if I went to a store and these blueberries were in there. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So let's get a position before we set it down. Right about there. Now let's get that pushed down pretty good. There we go. 3 eyeballs down. Let's see, a multitude of spider bites on my left side are healing rapidly. Oh, well, I'm glad that I'm sorry that happened to you. But I'm glad that it is getting better for sure. Okay, let's see. Oh, I do think I like that one right there. That might be the one. Okay, so we're going to cut a little bit off. Don't you dare. That glue stick's trying to roll away again. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay. Let's glue around this one now. Okay. Get that center just right. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, now we will flip this over. And smush that down some more. I want to make sure we have good, that it sticks well. We don't want it lifting later. That would not work for us. All right. We're 4 eyeballs in. Okay, have a great Thursday. And I hope that you get some really good rest. Enjoy. I hope you have some tacos maybe and you get lots of good sleep. Let's see. Where do we want to put that? Oh, I think I like it right there. I think so. So let's go ahead and glue around that. If it works, we nail it down. All right, so let's, positioning is everything, right? Do we want them all looking forward, or do we want them, I think I might put this one down like that. We'll have a brief time frame in which to adjust it if we want to. All right. I think I do want it to be, but not quite that. I think more like that, yeah. It's not quite straight on, but it's not quite so. There we go. A little bit of glue that we're getting rid of. Okay. Let's see maybe about this eyeball. I probably don't want all that. Just trim it down a little bit closer. Okay. So let's put that there and try it out in different spots. See where we like it at. If we like it at all. Oh, I think I like it right there. I think that's the one. Yep. That's the one. When you find it, you just go with it. All right, is that the one I said? I believe it is. There we go. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. Let's see if we like this one anywhere. Let's start auditioning. Oh, I think that's perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, right there, just like that. Ta-da. All right. I know I have bigger eyeballs, but I'm not sure where they are in my pile of images. We may go on the hunt for some eyeballs. Let's see. This is awfully big, but I do want to get some color in here. I don't know that I want to sacrifice that great big beautiful eyeball though. Let's see, I know we do have some fashion magazines up here, so maybe we'll grab down one of those and see if we can't find let's see. Where's the other? Hold, please. I'm looking for something that's... There's a couple of Men's Health. We might find some eyeballs in there. Okay. That's not going to help us with that. All right, let's try one of these Men's Health magazines for some eyeballs. The perfect combination of sweet and spicy. I tried to say saucy. I did. It's true. We need big pictures of guys. I think that's going to be too small. Some food, which I'm hungry. I will say I'm a very food motivated person. Turtle in a birthday hat. Oh my God. Okay, we're pulling that out. I'll probably use that in tomorrow night's gluebook session. How could we not? It's a turtle in a birthday hat. Okay, these guys' heads aren't big enough. I need big eyeballs. The lazy diet. Ooh, burger. Okay, nothing in here. And what do we have going on in here? Better Homes and Gardens. I need like a, and I know I have at least one up here. I need like a fashion magazine. Ooh, Audubon we might find. Oh, and I found a Vogue. And that. Okay, we'll start with, maybe we could use a couple of animal eyeballs. So let's start with the Audubon. See what we can come up with. Okay, these aren't quite big enough, although if they were, it could be pretty good. Ooh, look at all the binoculars. I will tell you, Vegas had some birds, but North Carolina, a lot of birds. Oh, maybe not. I thought there were going to be more pictures of animals in here. Ooh, that's a good picture. That's a really good picture. Crossword puzzle. Okay, no animals in here with big enough eyeballs. Good to know. Okay, I'm not sure what fashion magazine this is, but we know it's one because it's got the ads, you know. The ads. It's a bazaar. Okay, so we just need really big eyeballs. I think we will have some luck in here. Fashion magazine. Ooh, we could do a clock. I don't know if we want blueberries with clock eyes. I think we would have had to go that way. Ooh, big sunglasses. All right, we can go pretty quick because we are definitely after only one thing. Okay, let's try this out. I saw this, but I don't know. Here we go. We need a pretty small one. Nope, don't like it. Okay, well, now we know. Now we know. So many eyeballs, but they're so small. Oops, I skipped a couple of pages. Could be totally unimportant, but want to make sure, right? I love this red color. That's very awesome. I can still smell the perfume in the magazine, though. That is an unfortunate side effect to women's magazines. A little bit perfumey. Just big eyeballs. That's what we're looking for. And today is, of course, Tuesday. Second day of the week. Of the 5-day work week, if you work a traditional work week. This would be the second day of your week. That is a creepy eyeball, but I don't think it's going to come out well on the blueberry page. So we will have it for the future. There's some great stuff in this magazine, and unfortunately not exactly what we're looking for. You know, sometimes you open magazines and there's just great big faces everywhere. It's not the case here. Do, 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 do. Look at those big ass shoes. Wow. So, wow. Okay, so that did not have what we wanted. Ooh, I need that though. I can do something with that. Okay, and there were no big eyeballs on it. Tiny people, usually they're so big. Oh, we're back to big people. I have to admit, I've always liked these kind of dresses where if you shake your person, the whole dress moves. I do like that. Just looking for, ooh, I love that. I bet that would jelly print well. I think it might. Love that Skechers ad every time I see it. Eyeballs is what we need. Ooh, giant C. I saw, and a B. Ooh, that's not a happy look. Giant I. There's a good size W. He's got a nose. I saw a T. Nope, still not quite big enough. I need like one of those great big like CoverGirl whole face of a person. Okay. I think this is going to be mostly food. There's a dog eyeball. Ooh, that could work right there. Okay. We'll get his little doggy eyeball. So we found an eyeball. All right. I was thinking the fashion magazines, because usually there's makeup stuff in there. So you see some close-ups of eyeball. Ooh, that's fun. All the different colors of cauliflower. Well, if I wasn't hungry already, I definitely am now. Let's see. I think we found the only good eyeball in the whole magazine, because the end of that is mostly food. Real simple. I like this magazine. It's such a big size. You could totally make a glue book out of this if you wanted to. Ooh, September, one of my favorite months. Ooh, I'm hoping that kitty eyeball might work. It's a good size. Breakfast dishes. There's another one. We'll try these out. Because it would appear that many models have brown eyes. That's funny. Dry eye. Sandwich. Too small, but awesome eyes. Too small, awesome dog. Ooh, I like that picture. I'm going to fussy cut that out. Love it. Okay, I don't think that's going to work, because we're trying to make it creepy, and that's going to introduce, maybe, that could maybe work. Okay, we'll take that one. I guess beggars can't be choosers when it comes to eyeballs. Who knew I'd have that many eyeballs in a folder and not have the right size? I need to expand my eyeball collection. Bananas. Their eyes are too small. Nice plants, though. Ooh, that looks good. That looks good, too. I love breakfast food. Ooh, we'll have to do this magazine soon. Plethora of breakfast food happening. Breakfast tacos. That's a thing. You could also eat burritos on Taco Tuesday. I think those are tacos that need a hug. Straight jacket tacos. Okay, all the rest of that was food. All right, let's work with the ones we have, and then if we need to. Oops, and I threw my little blueberry pieces everywhere. Oh no, not the little blueberry pieces, because I want to put them someplace else. Okay, so let's start with the first eyeball we found. This dog's eye. So let's cut that out. Sorry, Poochie. It's for a good cause, though. No real dogs were hurt in the making of this. Yeah, I think that's good. Cut a little bit off the bottom because we don't want to cover up the other spot where a different eyeball will go. That's for sure. Okay. Can you believe it's the middle of May already? I feel like I've barely been in North Carolina. Well, I feel two ways about it. It feels like forever, but it also feels like a very short amount of time. Like I feel like I left Vegas forever ago, but I know that I have only been here a short amount of time. So. All right, so we got another one done. Let's see about this nice cat eye. Again, no actual kitties hurt in the harvesting this image. I would never. Pets are awesome. Pets are awesome, more awesome than some people, I gotta be honest. I think we've all felt that way. Ooh, I like it right there. I do. All right. And away we go with the glue stick. Okay. And into this area right here. Now we'll fold that back and use another part. We don't want to stick the whole thing to a napkin. Awkward. Okay. Now we do have another. We might be able to use both these eyes. I don't know. So let's see. Ooh, I do kind of like that one right there. Yes, we're going to be able to use both this lovely kitty's eyeballs. That's a face, right? It would have also, ooh, happy home. How many people can say they have one of those? Hopefully a lot of people. I know it's not always the case, but I hope most of you have happy homes. Or, well, I hope all of you, most of you. That wasn't very nice. I hope all of you have happy homes. It makes a big difference in life if you have a happy at-home life. Oh, I do like that. I like that a lot. And then we'll put the other one in one of those spots. But first we need the glue stick. Fold out a little bit more of the glue stick. Okay. And then let's line that up how we like it. Okay. Coming along. Okay, second eyeball. So let's put that on there and see. Once again, so we have choices here. We have a choice over here. And then we have these ones up here. I think I'm going to go with that one right there. I think I like that. So you have to cut this side of it off because we don't want to have hangover in the other hole where the second eye will go. Okay. Perfect. Just wheel that up a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Like that. I think that's the orientation we wanted for right here. There we go. Just like that. Okay. And then we'll try out this colorful one. Well, I think that could actually work. Now, do we want it to be going this way, though? Let's look at it this way. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that will actually work very well. Let's get a little glue all around that. Okay. And ta-da! All right. Just not that much more to go. And I think it's coming out pretty good. Well, I think we're gonna, I just realized something. Oh, brain scan, that probably doesn't need to be in there. Let's see. Oh, here's a different color eyeball. Let's try this one. That's a green eye. I do actually think I like it right there. So we're just going to glue the top of this. And we'll trim away anything we don't need at the bottom. Glue stick is trying to roll away. All right, so now we'll just turn this over. Make sure it's pressed down nicely. And we'll cut along the bottom here. There we go. That's how it's coming along so far. We do need like the corner of an eyeball over here. Okay. So let's see if we have any others with some color to them. Mouth, not going to work for us here. That's all eyelashes, lips, ooh, teeth. See, we could have gone with mouths if we need like, I'm looking for maybe like a blue eye. That one's blue, right? Let's see if that one will work. Oh, I think actually that might be good for right there. But let's try it in a few other places. You never know. Oh, that looks good there too. That looks really good there. Let's use it right there. Okay. So we don't need the top part of this image. All right. We will cut off the extra, of course. I think right there. Perfect. So let's cut off this other part. We don't need all that hanging up above the top of the image for sure. There we go. Hey, Jacqueline, how's it going? Nice to see you. How's your week going so far? And are you having tacos tonight? By any chance, is it Taco Tuesday for you? All right, we just have technically 3 spots we need to fill. We need just like a little corner of an eyeball. And I think that might be literally just a tiny corner of an eyeball. Because we're going to trim all the extra off. It's the 13th, so I thought I'd do a little creepy stuff today. Okay, so I think right there, and then we will cut the rest of that off and see what we wind up with. That glue stick is constantly trying to run away from home. All right. Perfect. We did it. So just down there in the corner, little eyeball. Okay, 2 spots to fill now. We're down to 2 spots. I am considering a little bit in the blank spots where there's no blueberries and there's just table here, here, and here are big spots. But I don't know if I want to cut any more into the magazine. If we'll just let that be. Because I think we have quite a bit of blueberries or eyeballs. Blueberries and eyeballs at the same time. We don't need mouths. But I am thinking now we're down to needing some slightly bigger. Ooh, what about this one? That might work. I think. Yes, I think that's going to work. Perfect. Let's get some glue right over here on the edge. Because that's going to be right on the edge of that paper. And then get it positioned just so. Okay. Ta-da. One more. One more creepy eyeball. Sometimes it's not so much about, it's about the placement of the eye in the spot. That one may work. I have to be very careful though, because it's not quite as big as I want it to be. Maybe let's try this one. No. Just maybe this one. Maybe. No, because where it looks good, it's not quite tall enough at the top. Okay, let's try this one again. Nope, it's too dark with the blueberry. If it was something else, not blueberries, maybe that would work. Let's try this black and white eyeball. Maybe that's just what we need. Nope, I don't like that in there either. I don't like it. Never fear, we will find something. Ooh, what about that? Oh, she's still stuck to there. Ooh, I think that's perfect. I think that is perfect. Yes, that's our eyeball. And I'm just going to glue the whole thing down. We're thickening up the paper some, although that was not the original intended goal. Okay. Now, before we just set that down there, I think right there. That's the spot. And then let's pull this paper towel off here and let that dry off. And get this nice and smooth. Yeah. Let's push those eyeballs back now. And there is our blueberries, as Adria said last night. Jeepers creepers, right? It's not bad. I've got my little colored pencils here. So I'm just gonna go around the inside a little bit, but not. I need a little paper between me and that cutting board just to, probably don't need to do it on all of them. What I may have wanted to do here, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish with this colored pencil, is to cover up some of the white edges. Where I cut the blueberry part away, there are some very white edges that are popping, and I don't necessarily want them to. We just want it to seem a little seamless, I guess is what we're looking for here. Yeah, that's getting rid of some of those white lines. Not that there's really anything wrong with it. It's a matter of your preferences. I like inking. I like the pop of color it gives, or the definition that it can give. I like to cover up any of those glaringly white edges so that, overall the collage seems more seamless. Now, if you were to do this digitally, you could do all kinds of effects to blend it together. And that is something I would like to be able to play with someday. Hopefully in the next couple of years, when I get into my just for me place, which could be 2 moves from now. The next move may be temporary, but on my own, before I find. Okay. See a little bit of, I'm creating shadows on my own thing, so I can't 100% see. It's that time of day. I probably should have got out that light. I get morning light in this room, and then it goes around the side of the house, and then I have a little bit more diffused light going on in here. All right, I think that's probably good. Okay, so let's put this away in its home. We don't want to lose any of those. And ta-da! All right, so images that we took, I'm going to do, I want happy home. The word's happy and, well, I guess healthy is not a bad word. But as long as, science did that. I got some lab equipment stuff last night out of the magazine I was harvesting. And that will go into recycle. I'm making sure I used 2 kitty eyeballs in here, one doggy eyeball. No, 3 kitty eyeballs. And I don't think I can use that one, so sorry, and thank you to the kitty. Look at our awesome birthday turtle. I'm going to use that somewhere tomorrow in a glue booking. But how fun is that? So that's going to be it for this session, but I will be on. Today is Tuesday, so 8 o'clock tonight, I will be on again. We're going to take a look at I did manage to bring a few things with me. I stuck them in my suitcase. So I have a folder labeled Haunted. These 2 aren't labeled anything. I have 2 like this. And I think they're from some leftover from the serial killer. And then I don't know what's in this one. So we'll have a look at what's in these that will support our 13th and 26th. I think this might be a catch-all. But we'll have a look at what we've got. We'll lay it all out and we'll discuss some plans for future creepy collaging. Best of the best. So at 8 o'clock tonight, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be looking at all that creepy stuff. And I will show off my blueberry eyeballs again. I haven't found where I'm putting it yet. So we may mount it tonight in a glue book. I wanted to have one that's specifically for creepy, so we may just add it to our file because it'll be dry by then. And then I'll show you the journal that's not quite made that we could work with. Obviously, we want something a little bit bigger because, hello, this is a little bit bigger. But I think it's fun, and we'll figure out some words for it. I don't want to sort through words right now. I'm hungry. It's officially 12 o'clock here. But I will be back tonight at 8 my time. So that is 7, 6, and 5 across the country. And we'll look at a few things and have some creepy discussions. It is the 13th. All right. Well, thanks for coming and visiting, Jacqueline. QB's Legacy has gone to take a nap. And for any lurkers who are out there, thank you for coming and giving me a little bit of a watch. I appreciate it. For rewatchers, thank you also. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. However you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Until I see you in a box somewhere, in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Bye. And that's going to be the end. Let's push the button. Have a lovely rest of your day, Jacqueline. Happy dying.